Shema Yeshua. Oh, Salafi. Um, Welcome, Miss Sarir. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Most definitely, I want to take the time out to thank the Father for His Word, the spirits, the waters, the blood, and just give you everybody a little bit of share a little bit of information on the day. Um, give it a giving information about our heritage and where we come from, who we are as a people, what we actually represent, who we are, like I said before, as a people, and not what we've been told. And one question is that you have one terminology that's being used and kicked around so much is an Ashkenazi Jew. So if an individual is an Ashkenazi Jew, how can they be from or claim direct or claim to be direct descendants of Judah? If you're an Ashkenazi Jew, how can you claim to be a direct descendant of Judah? So today I wanted to just share a little bit of information in order to prove or clarify certain things that the Hebrews, they were black. No matter what you say, no matter how much you hate, no matter how much you try to twist it and turn it, that it doesn't matter. Inheritance goes towards a blood descendant, not unless the government steps in. But and normally an inheritance goes to a bloodline descent. So therefore, I want to just take the time out in order, I guess, everything that I use is fair use. Number one, fair use. I use it for educational purposes or to give a medicinal breakdown or to bring forth clarification where one may be misunderstood. If you take the time out to like, share, subscribe, or just like, it doesn't cost anything. Subscribe, it doesn't cost anything, and share. Hit the bell notification for all of you that most definitely I love and appreciate for your particular patronage in my particular channel in order to spread the Father's word. So again, like I said before, I'm just going into the ethnicity. If an individual is supposed to be of the tribe of Judah, and the individuals that we claim are the tribe of Judah, or Yahweh Judah, Yahweh, welcome to the spirits, waters, and the blood, Matah, Yahweh, um, Salafi. Therefore, basically, just bringing clarity that a nation, a bloodline was hijacked, and when it's funny that I use the word hijack. I was talking to a young lady that believes that Hebrews and us calling them Yahweh or the YHWH came from the Tetragrammaton, and I proved that so many times. But I'll make a direct video on it along with I'm thinking about looking up information on the 12 tribes chart in order to see the validity in it. But I do know that all of our words and everything that we come by are, our scriptures are spiritual. They come forth from the Lord. So, or from Yahweh. Again, Dawada Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, Uvain Barakata, Ruach Kodasheka. All right, so let's get back to the point because I don't want to make this video long. I'm gonna go on to the point to where, and I'm gonna show you how and prove to you in some fashion, if you believe it, if you have ears to hear, let you hear, and if you can't, and if you hear, then you basically understand, and if you can't understand, then it wasn't meant for you. All right, so that the Hebrews were originally black. The Hebrews that went into slavery into the Americas, all across the islands and different parts, which kind of reflects the 12 tribes chart. Because I don't believe that every person is a black individual that's on those areas or on those intercontinental regions or on that island are all Hebrews. No, it's been mixing and stuff like that going on throughout history with people, period, in general. All right, but this one person that I want to introduce you to is a relative of mine. His name is YahYa El Negro. YahYa El Negro. Here we go. Individuals try to say that YahYa Negro, he didn't exist. And I'm like, okay, that's another fictional character and everything like that. But he did exist. Let's go. Let me change the setup. Take these off. Change the setup for a second. Let's see if I can get rid of this here. All right. How am I going to do this? I'm going to stop sharing screen for a second. And then I'm going to make this smaller. Bring this down. Go to this. Let's close this. Now let's move this over here. Well, how about we just go ahead and make this big? All right, right after I share screen again. I should have did this before, but this video is kind of sporadic. I didn't think I was going to make it. So Salafia, thank you again for your endurance, or thank you for your endurance. And we're going to go here. And as you see, Benaya Israel, he most definitely is one of the individuals that I was interested in until I learned a lot of it. You know, the geographical or tracking Yahweh or Judah geographically. And basically all of the things that was the second confirmation for me, along with tons of other proof outside of B'nai Israel. But he is a good brother to get information from.
Childless and broken heart. They now sought relief. They were told they had forfeited their right and were given a choice between baptism and slavery. And after enduring all they did, after leaving their beloved Spain with all their wealth and ease, they were submitted to baptism in the hope of being reunited with their children. Thousands were sold as slaves. Yet prior to being sold, they were submitted to tortures, cruelty, to revolting, to repulsive, to heart-rending. Would be torn from their parents' home and would be dragged into a church and baptized. Those under 3 years of age given Christians to be raised as slaves. Those between 3 and 10 years of age put on board of a ship, conveyed to the newly discovered unwholesome island of St. Thomas, called God's Prayers or the Isle of Destruction. Exclusive experience proves the unequal skill of the church in administering pain. Mothers cast themselves at the feet of the tyrants and pitifully begged to be taken with their babies. There were hundreds who thrust aside, hundreds of mothers mad with despair, ran behind the ship as they carried out the idols of their heart, perished in the vague, same fortitude with which they exiled people have borne so many. The Moors and Jews of Spain by Joseph Crosco.
Okay. Now, with that being said, now we're just gonna go ahead and take a little look over to take a look at who were these Moors and Jews of Spain. We come up to the first one, YahYa bin Rabbi. YahYa bin Rabbi, pronounced YahYa, also known as YahYa the Negro. The Negro, who was a Portuguese nobleman, who was reputed to be a direct descendant of the Hebrew Exodar of ancient Babylon that claimed direct descent from the biblical King David. Direct descent from the biblical King David, and was the infamous progenitor of the Ibn YahYa family. So, with this being stated right here, this individual actually is, or at least I'm finding him on Wikipedia. So, let's see. Don YahYa, he has a family tree, genealogy family tree. And I'm not going to take the time out. It's tons of information. It's tons of information that's saying that he really did exist. So, with that being stated, I'm not going to take the time out in order to, I guess, drag it on and keep going through site by site. But what I would do is go through the particular sites. But what I will do is give information on or show areas in which, if you were to do your search, where to look for the truth. All right. This is from some particular site, YahYa bin YahYa El Negro, the Negro, Spanish and Portugal descent of the House of King David, royal lineage for his grandson and the son of King Solomon of Jerusalem. So again, basically we have this YahYa Ibn YahYa, that's the Negro. Why would they be calling him Negro if he was European? Could he have been brown? That's why they called him LL or El Negro. Well, let's go a little further. YahYa bin Rabbi. All right, and this is from Wikipedia. All right, Wikipedia has YahYa bin Rabbi, pronounced YahYa, also known as YahYa the Negro, was the progenitor nobleman. He was reputed to be a direct descent of the House of King David. Let's see what the Jewish Encyclopedia says about him. Let's blow it up a little bit. There we go. Hold on, that's too much. All right, I go down a little bit. Here we go. Shrink it a little bit. All right, that's a little bit better, I guess. All right, the Jewish Encyclopedia.com. David Ibn YahYa Negro bin Galilea, a prominent figure during the war between the kings of Castile and Portugal by devouring a secret of succeeded in infamous the plot of the queen. But let's go again. YahYa the Prince, been there. Oh yeah, been there. Israel. That's on Patreon. But we have it in Wikipedia again. I guess this is the third son. Well, it's not, I guess it is, but I'll show you this. YahYa, also known as YahYa Negro, YahYa, his son, YahYa Negro, Yeshua, was a shepherd Jew born in Cordoba, Al Andalusia, also known as YahYa Panas, YahYa Ben Yesh, or Dom Yahya. All right, then it keeps going. Let's go up here for a second, or bounce to another site. Okay, Don Yahya El Negro, Don Yahya Da Yahuda, Don Yahuda, Judah, Yahuda, Yehuda, Yahuda, Yahya El Negro from the tribe of Judah, Mendez Ibn Yish, Yaish Mendez, also known as Mendez and Ben Yaish, Yaish, Yahya Ben Yase, Yaish Dos Negro. Keep on calling this or representing the individual as Negro. And the reason why they represent or they're calling him Negro at that particular time is because when Yahya Negro and the battle between the Jews, the black Spanish Jews and the Moors, this is way before slavery. Let me add that this is right before slavery, actually. This is right before slavery. So when Yahya, he wasn't known as Negro then. All right, he had the battle between the Moors, and then the Jews won, and then the Moors gave them a particular land in a village over there in Portugal, Spain, because the Moors had temporarily seized seized the Spanish area of Portugal. Or so basically, when they did that, they were awarded a particular land, which became a particular village. And once that village was established, and then Jews were sent over from King Nebuchadnezzar, conquered the land and sent Jews there. Well, I'm going a little too far into it, but I'll just say it like this. This is all linked to slavery and how they try to wipe us out as being a nation of people and turned a race into a religion. All right, so son of Yahya, Ibn Yaish, Ben, David Aladaya, Hanasa, or Hanase. So basically, this is the family tree that they have on them, and historical records matching Don YahYa El Negro is historical records that they have on them, his family tree and all. So do the research for yourself. You'll be educated and you would learn a lot what it is to be like from the line or from the bloodline of a royal bloodline, or to know that you are actually Yahweh, you are actually Judah, children of Judah. All right, then this particular about YahYa El Negro, you have references that you can actually go to in order to look up these particular, or look up the particular information that's written within the site, and you'll be able to see all of the information that was presented for YahYa Negro. So I just move it on a little bit. All right, Spanish and Portuguese. All right, this is from, I believe this is from B'nai Israel's website, and that's his video warning. Spanish and Portuguese Jews were black. YahYa Negro. All right, let's go down and see what else we can find on this YahYa Negro. Who was David Ibn YahYa Negro? Let's see. It says David Ibn YahYa Negro bin Gedaliah, a prominent figure during the war between the kings of Castle and Portugal. And then that's the Wikipedia, the Jewish Encyclopedia again. All right, let's go to another one. How many sons did YahYa have? were the Spanish and Portuguese Jews exiled as slaves to America? Let's see what that says. This post is a combination of numerous presentations and sources that all point to the Spanish and Portuguese Jews being Black, exiled to West Africa, and then sent as slaves to the Americas and the four corners of the world, but also choose to flee to the New World. That's irrelevant. Okay, let's go here. The family tree. I just brought you from the family tree. You saw the family tree. YahYa Negro, the Prince Bene, Bene Ben Israel on Patreon. Oh, okay, that's Bene Israel's page. YahYa Black Proof, Black United. Um, let's go on a little bit further. I think I saw something on here that was kind of interesting. Because basically they're just repeating the same thing that I just read to you earlier. Negro people and YahYa people of Portugal. I have question about Negro people. Well, Yahweh showed me this, all praises to the Most High. All right, I guess that's somebody asking a question about it. But all right, this is just a break. They're going into everything that was actually mentioned or presented on YahYa Negro. So this person, we see that this person actually did exist. Summary or executive summary. Let's blow this up a little. Okay, executive summary. YahYa El Negro, Charlap dynasty, the royal house of King David and the tribe of Yehoiada or Judah, enslaved by the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. The second after the second after destruction of the first temple by or built by the King Solomon of Jerusalem, son of King David of Jerusalem, King Alfonso I of Lesbian, Portugal in the 13th century, whence we may learn, if we can believe, that a king of Spain who had assisted Nebuchadnezzar in reducing Jerusalem's population, brought an enormous population into Spain, all either the family of King David or from the tribe of Yehoiada, and that the royal family resided first in Seville, then in Cordoba or Granada, adding that exiles after that or afterwards, Salathia, exiles after that or afterwards had their numbers increased by fugitives from the desolation of the Second Temple under the command of the Roman tribune, General Titus, thus formed the Hebrew Negroes of Spain and Portugal, descendants of the house of King David royal lineage, bore his grandson and the son of King Solomon of Jerusalem, Don Abin YahYa El Negro of Portugal, who commanded as a skillful warrior of the Megahara, brave with the great or oratorical powers, and with such a command of the language that his letters are famous this day. His letters are famous this day, known variously as the Chosen One, Sword of the Revolt, and Sustainer of the Emperor's Glory. So these are particular, I guess this is information on the people who wrote this article, but actually Royal Rock Age Records. But other people, what they have information that's saying that Aben, YahYa El Negro, he really did exist. Now, when you go into different individuals that already know this truth, they already know that it's a gentleman's magazine. And the Gentleman magazine, I'll give you the definition of it, was a British general interest periodical published monthly between 1731 and 1922, founded by English printer, editor, and publisher Edward Cave. It was the first to, it was the first to use the term magazine coined by the Cave and taken from the Italian magazzino or French. So that's just what this particular book is. And what I say that this particular book, it gives you can find the Gentleman's Magazine on here, and it goes through and gives you each date and everything that's according. You can find it by volume, but the volume that we will be interested in is if one that's going to hold information on the Spanish and Portuguese Jews, written by YahYa or the Spanish and Portuguese Jews. So we already been through here. Let's go here. I just came from here. Oh, I went the wrong direction. Salafi and Mishwaka. But just gave you the definition or told you what the Gentleman's Magazine is. And this is where I'm going to. You have the different volumes. You can search through the different years by the volumes and all. So now, why do I keep doing that? Let's go. Oh, because right here, the Gentleman's Magazine and Historical Chronicle, Volume 98, from July to December 1828, part the second. All right, so if you notice, the date that this was particularly written is giving you this particular book gives you clarity and insight on who these people were that came through that land at that particular time, and you could buy it for $40 or for $40 or 27 cents online. But just to give you a little bit of information and share that with you. And with that, I'm just I don't feel as though that this is something that I should beat over the head with a dead horse over the head with a stick. It's already dead. So basically my thing is that if you're Ashkenazi Jew, how can you tie into the house of King David if the house of direct descendants of King David are known to be Negroes with YahYa Negro? And biblically, Nebuchadnezzar, you read this, so you know, and do your homework on it. You'd be surprised what you'll actually learn. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link to B'nai Israel's that link to that particular video in my comments, so that way you could tap into and get educated. So only thing I'm gonna say is that I just want to end it with that right there and get back to, the crucial thing. Peace to everybody out there. Much love. Um, prayed up to you all. Just wanted to bring forth a little bit of clarity, a little bit of information, a little bit of edification, and basically do your homework, start your search to see what it actually means to be YahYa Negro, or if YahYa Negro was the first Jew, and he's a direct descendant from the king of the bloodline of King David, then how can an Ashkenazi Jew or a European Jew that tie straight Jewish individual tie straight into the house of King David when the direct descendants of King David are known as Negroes? They're known as Negroes. They're known as Negroes. They're known as Negroes. I don't know. Look at me and what my birth certificate say that I am.